It's so crazy to drive this diesel truck back to back with the half tons, because it's just crazy how much bigger this is than the half tons. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Ram 2500 Laramie Night Edition with the crew cab configuration. I feel like this is probably the most popular version of the new Ram heavy duty that, well, people are going to purchase. Anyways, before we pop into this video, a huge shout out and thank you to the Laramie Miller Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'll include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money, the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel that goes through a 6-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 370 horsepower and then 850 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, starting with the hood, this is new for 2023, and that's the fact we got the venting there in the center and then also on the side with our 2500 heavy duty badge. Now, is it functional? No, but does it look cool? Yes, yes, yes. We've got these cool daytime running lights here with the LED headlamps, fog lights down below with parking sensors and tow hooks here on the front end. And then notice how the grill's all blacked out as part of this Night Edition package. So basically the Night Edition makes everything blacked out or body painted like the bumpers. Putting it all together, I think this truck looks so sweet. Ram did a great job with the styling. Coming around the side here, tire and wheel setup is 285, 60, 20 in the front and over in the rear as well. You can see the wheels are all blacked out, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. We've got our Cummins badge blacked out. We've got the new style of trailer mirrors, Ram logo down below, and then you guys can see fixed side steps on this particular truck. Now, since this is a 2500, we do have multi-link in the back end and then a solid rear axle. There's also a solid axle up front too. So here's our key fob. You guys can see we've got our unlock function or lock function, remote start, the tailgate drop down, and the Ram logo there on the back. And we'll press that a couple times and ooh. So first off, this has a 6'4" box. Now, payload capacity, 2,114 pounds with this truck. You guys can see we've got our outlet here in the back. No bed liner with this one, but we do have a cargo light there at the top. And then when you're all done, just whoa. We've got these LED taillights. Notice how the center portion is all blacked out, and then you guys can see all of our badges here on the back also blacked out as well. Parking sensors here at the bottom. Now, towing capacity is about 16,000 pounds with the diesel. And finishing things up, I love the look of the Night Edition, and I think the crew cab short bed configuration just looks good. Now, taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see here with all of the leather trim, and then look at the suede there, and then the blacked out trim. Definitely nice looking. And then taking a look at the seats here, again, you can see with the piping, and then look at all of the stitching and how it's perforated there. And again, we got more of that suede. Now, since this is a crew cab, we've got the underseat storage and then the trays. So basically with these trays, they fold out flat. And then we also have the ice buckets since it's a crew cab. Legroom here in the back is solid. You guys can see we've got a little storage pocket here. And then we've got our vents, some USB action, and a full outlet. And then headroom back here is also great. And we got a cup holder armrest. Now, taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with all of the stitching and padding, and look at the suede insert again, and look at the black trim. We've got all of our window controls here. Notice the front two are automatic. Mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. We've got our memory seat functionality. Then we've got all the controls for the new style of mirrors. So on the left side here, those are the light controls. This is to extend the mirrors out, and then that is to adjust the convex mirror. And then here's a quick look at the mirrors. You also have blind spot monitoring with them. We got cool piping there, Laramie yet again. Notice how it's perforated all down the center. And then we do have our adjustments here on the side. We've got this to turn on the outlet there in the bed. We've got our light controls, notice fog light, cargo light, and then the steering wheel adjustment is manual, and then the pedals are power adjustable. Here's a quick look at the steering wheel. Really nice padding all around. We got the darker stitching on the center portion with our gear limiter here. That is your regular cruise control. Radio controls on the back with our phone controls, voice command controls as well, controls for the center stack. And then we have our turn signal windshield wiper stalk, and then this has a good old-fashioned column shifter. Now here is our gauge clutch. You guys can see mostly analog. We do have a screen there in the center which we can use to scroll through these menus, see different bits of info on the truck, like you can see off-road information, for example. Fuel economy, that's important as well. Now this particular truck just has the standard camera, so we've got trajectory lines right there, and then we can also zoom in as well. Now what's not so standard is this 12-inch infotainment system. So it's a touchscreen first off. Response time is great. We've got the shortcut bar here at the bottom. This does come with navigation, which is pretty cool. And if we go back to the comfort tab, you can see heated and ventilated seats. And then notice we've got parking sensor controls at the bottom, tow haul, your diesel exhaust brake, trailer brake controls, radio controls on the other side. And actually, if we turn off the screen, boom, you can see the climate controls as well, stability control, and then there's a 12-volt right there. And speaking of the top, you guys can see really nice material use here on the dash. This one has the Alpine sound system. And then notice it says Laramie there on the glove box. And actually, we'll take a quick gander here at the glove boxes. Pretty nice. And then if we move back over here, we've got our driveline select. This has 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, no 4-wheel auto. And there's a bunch of little charging ports down here. And then some extra storage space and an outlet. And then here is the center console bench situation. So you can see center console right now, got some cup holders. We'll actually pull this compass key out here, but then it also pops up to be a bench seat, and then there is more storage underneath. And then up top we just have a regular mirror. This one actually has a sunroof, which is pretty cool, and then we do have a power sliding rear window as well. Now here's our window sticker for this Laramie. You can see base MSRP $64,930, and if we pop over to optional equipment, the night edition package is almost $4,000. After all options on this specific truck, total MSRP $86,195. Bloop. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both of the mirrors, just do it, blind spot monitoring, and throughout the rest of the rear. And, well, let us set right off. It's so crazy to drive this diesel truck back to back with the half tons, because it's just crazy how much bigger this is than the half tons. It's just 2,500, it's not even 3,500. But, getting up and moving here. Good torque. I mean, I barely have to get on it and it moves. That's so torquey. Definitely interesting with the brakes. Have to like put my foot into the pedal pretty deep. Love the sound of the Cummins though. Can't beat that. I just listen to that. Such a cool sound. Steering is pretty direct for a diesel. Do have a little bit of vagueness though, frankly. But for having solid axles and being as big as this truck is, it's actually pretty impressive. And it's also impressive how well this rides too, for what it is. Seat comforts also go with this Laramie. It's so interesting with the bench seat. Let me know if you're a bench seat fan or if you're a center console fan. I'm personally a center console fan, but maybe if the wife keeps pushing for more kids, maybe I'll become a bench seat fan. More kids, more space needed, right? That's how it works. Turning radius isn't too bad. Yeah, good torque. Really good torque. Like how it's just like, it's pretty quiet, like just coasting here. Pretty dang quiet. I like how high we sit up too. It's like a king of the road type feel with this truck. Which I think it's one of the reasons why people like diesels so much, is you feel like you're empowered. You're like, ah, mortals. Okay, anyways. Oh, we're waiting for this person to turn. And woo! This thing moves. This thing moves. Takes a second. You gotta have the turbo spool up, gotta get into the torque band. But once you do, man, does this move. It moves really well too. So summing things up here with this, you know, I think it drives really well. I think it's smooth. I love the power, and I mean, I don't really have anything bad to say about it, other than the fact that, dang, these Ram prices, that's it. But let me know what you guys think about the Night Edition. I think this is the truck. I think this is the truck that most people want, because it's got the looks, it's got the crew cab, and it's got the diesel.